So good, baby. Hello!
That was much easier to press go when it wasn't bouncing all over the place.
When you sat in traffic?
Yes.
Yes.
See, there is a benefit.
Welcome to Monday. I wish we could turn camera around. I'll show you this wonderful traffic that we sit in each day. It's great, Sheffield. You'll love it. I love it. It's awesome.
But
Anyway.
it's weird because normally Monday and Tuesday the traffic's fine.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday that it's bad.
Well, there we go. Listen, we can't change it, so we're here. We have to deal with it. But what we can change is lots of other things. Okay, so what we're going to talk about today is we're going to talk about how you can use a map to get to where you want to be. And I don't mean a map that, well, you kind of do read it, but not the map that you're used to. What a map is it's a massive action plan. So it's something that you can use to get your life or your business going in the right place. Because let's face it, if you were travelling somewhere, you'd have a map. Now, fair enough, that map is usually now wrapped up in a sat-nav.
It's still a map though.
But it's still a map, nevertheless, it's still a map.
Just lots of maps.
And so maps are really important, massive action plans. And I'll see if we can get a link put into the comments, into the description section, so that you've got something that you can download. Yes, we will. We'll have that done. Pondering it then, yeah. Yeah, just do it as a PDF actually, yeah, that's fine, cool. So I'm having an inner conversation with myself right there. I'll put a link in the description with a PDF that you can grab a copy of, my massive action plan. And what this map is all part of, it's all part of this program, which is the Awaken Your Force Within. So that'll be something that we'll obviously tell you a little bit more of at the end of the month, which is actually not too far away when it's finished and ready to be pushed out as well. But anyway, the map. What is the map? That's probably what the most important part is. And what the map is it's a process of different elements that keep you focused, keep you driven, keep you accountable, and make sure that you're pushing in the right place. So the whole idea is that you have an action, you have a goal, you have a purpose, you have a task, you have a to-do, whatever you want to call it. I like to call it an action because to-dos are, well, we'll talk about that another time. But I like to call it an action. And the action really is all about what you want to get achieved. So it might be something that you want to do this week, it might be something that you want to do today, within an hour, but it's something that's important, that needs to be done. And so write down the action on the map. So for example, the action might be that you want to write a blog. So the next part of the map is who is actually responsible for doing this action. So who's the person who needs to do this? Is it you? Is it a team member? Is it staff? Is it somebody else? And you write down who it is who's actually responsible for doing this task, this action. What you also then need to do is you need to then write down a deadline. So you need to write down when this action is going to be completed by.
What's so important about the deadline?
Well, the deadline makes it real. Do you know, it makes you accountable to something and it makes you driven to get something done. So you know that by whatever date it is, this is an action that you said that you're going to get done. And it's more like a pledge, do you know? And that's why I like to call them actions, because as a to-do, it's something that you can kind of always keep on putting off. Oh, I'll do it later. Whereas with an action, what's got a deadline attached to it, it just gives it something that's more accountable to yourself. Now the next part of the massive action plan is about you actually being prepared for this. So it's being prepared to deliver it. So what you need to do is you need to actually see if there's any necessary resources that you need in order to be able to complete this massive action plan. And this, if we use the example so that you wanted to write a blog, so what you need to do is write down the necessary resources that you need in order to be able to complete this action of completing your blog. So it might be research, it could be looking at other websites, it could be looking at links, it could be looking on Google for keywords. It's a big variation of lots of different things that you might need in order for you to be able to complete that task, to complete that action. And then you look at what's next. So the next part of this map is there any potential challenges that's going to stop you from obviously completing this task? So Is there anything that's going to get in your way? So you might say, well, I need to write a blog. I'm really pressed for time this week or today or whenever it may be, or I'm out about on the road and I'm not really going to have any real strong connection for Wi-Fi or the internet. And then this is where the kind of potential challenges part becomes really successful for you in part of the map. Is it allows you then to look at how you're going to overcome them obstacles, them hurdles that's in the way. So you look and think, well, okay, I'm out on the road, so the first problem is that Wi-Fi might be an issue, but do you know what? Use your phone. Do you know 4G is everywhere now, and certainly 3G. We'll talk about 3G and 4G in another chat, because I think there's something suspicious going on there. That's another debate.
You smell a rat,
I smell a rat. But listen, do you know, go and get a coffee from McDonald's. Do you know, use their free Wi-Fi. Go to Costa, go to Starbucks. I want some endorsement off these guys for mentioning you as well. But, do you know, go to these places, they've got free Wi-Fi, take 20 minutes out, have a coffee, use their Wi-Fi and search the web for the information that you need. You know, use that time to do this. If you don't have the time, do you know, the week's really busy, I've not got a lot of time. Do you know, the easiest way for you to make sure that you get the time is just block it out. So you say for half an hour or 20 minutes or an hour every single day, block the time out. If it means you have to get up half an hour earlier, get up half an hour earlier. If it means you go to bed half an hour later, go to bed half an hour later. If you block it out, it's real, and you're going to make yourself do it.
If you don't, you'll find an excuse not to.
Absolutely. And then the final stage is then the result from the actual action that you've done. So you look at everything that you've done, the build up, the research, the doing, the writing, all this kind of stuff. What's the actual result? And has it created any more tasks or actions to come off this? So when you're researching, you might find something else and think, actually, that's a really good idea, I'm going to implement that. So take note of all these things, and this will help you to actually to get the juices flowing, you know, get the juices creative and start to flow. So that's a massive action plan, and this is what you want to be doing on the tasks that you have in, and you know what you have in mind, you know, all the things that you want to do. Make sure that you go through this action plan for them. Do you know what is so just to recap, so what is the action that you want to achieve, who's responsible for doing it, when's it going to be done by, what do you need in order to be able to complete it, is there any challenges and how are you going to overcome them, and then what's the results. Put it to the test, because these things make a massive difference, and it keeps you focused, it keeps you accountable. And these are the two areas that we all struggle with, not just with business but with life as well. We struggle to keep focused, and certainly when we're working for ourselves, we struggle to be accountable. And so one of the big things for me is when I'm working with people, when I do coaching, one big area that people really like about the coaching is that they're accountable to somebody. And it makes them feel like they've got to keep on pushing and striving. Although it's their business and their life, they still know that they need that little bit of support, that little bit of accountability behind them. And what this does is this helps you to keep that accountability. It allows you to keep that focus. So give it a whirl. I'll put a link on it here to a PDF. Put it up, have a go, let us know how you get on. Do you know, if you head over to, follow me on Twitter, do you know, at Jon_Covey, there's no H in the John, and tweet me, do you know, let me know how you get on with this, because it's something that's made a big difference to me. I do it every Sunday, it makes a massive difference to my week, to my days, it makes me a lot more productive.